Welcome back, I'm Dan Morfitt, and it's the final part of the Daily Rundown. Time to look at some of the more unusual stories that have been making the news now with Jakeb and Nina. Now, I haven't seen any of these, so they'll be as much of a surprise to me as they are to you. And if you don't like them, we can blame producer Emmy.
Okay.
That's good, isn't it? Right, first story. The owner of a fleet of gold supercars has been hit with hundreds of pounds in parking fines. A gold Lamborghini Aventador, I think I've said that right, a gold Rolls Royce, a gold Mercedes G63 6x6, that means it's got 6 wheels, and a sparkling golden Bentley Flying Spur caused a stir even in the swanky Knightsbridge area of London where they were parked in, with dozens of people stopping to take photos on their mobiles. Now, fines of £80 a time were given to the cars, reduced to £40 if they're paid within 14 days. It means that the owner owes the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea as much as £320. Do you feel their pain?
You know what? I was just trying to add that up because I know parking where I am is quite expensive. 40 quid.
It's not bad.
It's not bad for a whole day. If you can afford a gold car, you can probably... He's just probably taking it as a parking
Not
ticket.
just one gold car.
I know.
Many gold cars.
But if you can afford gold cars, you're just going to pay the fine, aren't you?
I'm thinking a GoFundMe page, you know. GoFundMe page for a poor guy, you know. But I do know, because I used to work in Kensington and Chelsea, they're out at 3 o'clock in the morning on those bloody traffic wardens. Because we used to...
3 o'clock in the morning, there's traffic wardens?
Yeah. I used to work in Soho and we would get people driving and parking on the street where I worked.
What did you do in Soho?
I worked as a sexual health person.
That he might have been going to the clinic.
And they were like, oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, am I safe parking here?
No. But that's the thing. This man might have been going to a clinic.
Yeah.
Because he's had to fill his life with a golden Lamborghini, a golden Rolls Royce, a golden Bentley, a golden Merc, just to maybe fill a gap where other things aren't getting fulfilled.
Perhaps, indeed.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for him.
Yeah, so let's all feel sorry for the man
with gold
4
cars.
gold cars.
Yeah.
Let's have a minute where we just contemplate the man with the gold cars and send out our love to him.
Can we play some maybe haunting piano music over this? Maybe do a telethon for him, or maybe just let's all raise cash now. 300 odd quid.
How about Goldfinger?
Yeah. Oh.
You know what? I'd love to do that, but we don't have the rights to play the music, and it would cost us more than 300 odd quid.
I will give him a Goldfinger. There you go.
The family show. Right, the next story. A good news and an animal story all rolled into one. A baby gorilla who had a rare and successful caesarean section delivery at Bristol Zoo has now been named. The public voted for the baby gorilla to be called Afia.
Oh.
All together now.
Oh.
Apparently the mother gorilla was too posh to push. She insisted on a caesarean.
I don't want stitching down there, I want stitching there.
Yes, I prefer it there.
Well, it's good that they're kind of choosing more African names, because like 30 years ago it'd be Bob or Frank, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Although I
Have to have
do
a
know an
British name.
African called Frank. Granted, he's South African, but he is called Frank. Affie is a lovely name, though.
It's a lovely name.
Have you seen the baby?
No.
She's gorgeous. She's lovely. And the woman that works with her gets to take her home. So she sleeps on the couch with the baby gorilla, and her husband sleeps upstairs with the other kids.
They're so cute.
What, the other kids, as in human kids?
No, they've got a zebra and a lion. I'm lying.
Oh.
No, they've got human
Proper
children.
cute. I love going to the zoo.
No, so she gets to take it, and it's like in a little pouch. And
That's almost like a menagerie à trois.
If you go to London Zoo, you can go in, but they're doing much more going in with the animal type things. You can go
I
in
love
with
a fur baby though.
I'm now getting flashbacks to gorillas in the mix, and we know how that ended.
Yeah.
Not well.
I wonder how they're going to kind of give it. They've said if the mum's not interested in the baby, once she's, had some time off because she's too pushed.
Yeah.
Once she's got over herself, and if she's not interested in the baby, there's an auntie that's looking a little bit maternal.
I believe that, some private clinics could do a caesarean and a boob lift at the same time. So I don't know if that gorilla went for that, and I don't know if it's available.
Does the baby gorilla have a Facebook page yet, though?
Probably.
It will have a Twitter. It will.
Yeah.
Right, let's look at our next story now, because I'm feeling all cuddly after gorillas. Garden gnomes are in danger of being consigned to the dustbin of history.
What?
What? This is after a huge fall in sales over the past 10 years. There are believed to be around 5 million garden gnomes in the UK, but sales have been dipping every year since 2006, according to new figures. So, could you give a gnome a home?
Yes.
I'm feeling genuinely gutted about it.
I think Disney need to do a thing about gnomes. And
They
that
did one, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah,
Gnome.
Gnomeo and
And
Juliet.
that didn't change it. They
And
didn't change
it didn't
things.
help. It didn't help. They've got
I'm
a bad
shocked
rap.
because normally Disney all they got to do is do a cartoon. And
Apparently, though, they were stealing fish from ponds and things. So they're not the good citizens you think they are.
They've always got little wheelbarrows as well, haven't they? Where are they taking the loot?
Yeah, there's a prison.
I think we better be careful
There's
about
a prison
road we're going
for
down, you
gnomes.
Roaming gnomes.
yeah,
Yes, there are.
I don't understand why I've got to be careful. Explain to me.
yeah.
Oh no.
You know, bearded gentlemen in
Yeah,
flesh clothing,
yeah.
roaming.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Jacob, I can only guess or speculate, but
Oh.
where you're going with that,
Don't
maybe
think
that
they
would
do that.
that
I
would.
think it's more like white collar crime.
Yeah.
Gnomes are into.
No, maybe that's why the gnome population is subsiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They may be going to.
There's a conspiracy going on somewhere, isn't there? You know.
I've never seen a
So-
gnome on.
They were selling them at a very well-known supermarket recently. They were just trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, perhaps we should.
I'm with your idea. I think Disney Pixar should make a new film of Toy
Yeah.
Story, but with Andy all grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's now old, so he wants to do a bit of gardening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he buys a load of gnomes.
Yeah.
And they all come to life.
Yeah.
It
Well,
will be-
they do come to life, Dan. Gnomes. Thigh gap.
Right, let's go on to our next story. This is, with most modern mobile phone contracts lasting 2 years, most of us don't go long without upgrading. But one loyal Nokia customer has kept the same phone now for over a decade. A chunky Nokia handset will be a nostalgic sight for those of us who can remember a time before the iPhone. Now, this phone has seen a lot, different politicians, different disasters, but now it's probably going to go into the bin after its owner was sent a message by their provider saying it will no longer work once they upgrade the actual network. So, are you going to miss this brick that is probably indestructible?
I know my husband was. It's him.
It's him.
He's actually here in the waiting room. He's the one with that old phone.
Is he one of these people that goes, I want buttons?
Yeah.
I don't want
He's
any of
gonna
it.
kill me, yeah.
What's the point of having a mirror in my pocket?
I want something I can press
Prod.
and something I can see with my short-sightedness
Yeah.
that I can hold it like that.
I'm waiting for the retro mobile phone that has a dial. You know.
What, so
Yeah.
every time you go, noughts, 9.
But saying that, you know, people, you know, I mean, people change their phones so much, you know, so quickly.
A lot of waste.
It is shocking because it's like, I always ask, well, what is the iPhone S6743 different to this one? Oh, well, it does this. I'm like, well, that's not very different.
You
is
can
it?
go scuba diving with it.
Unless
You
it
know,
can
literally,
freeze
I'm
time
going to
or...
have to evolve to
What's the
use
thing
it.
with
Yeah.
all these? God, we're sounding like 3 old fogies.
Yeah.
But with these modern phones, you have
Yes.
to walk around with your charger.
But,
Yeah.
And every time you go, you got a plug?
You mentioned
Yeah.
Nokia. I can understand why you would, because Nokia used to lead the market because they were simple. They were very easy to use,
And for
they
old-
didn't change. But
Yeah.
they might upgrade, but they didn't change how you use
And
it.
for older people,
Very
I think
often.
they do generally want something a bit less flash, don't they?
Yeah.
They should have that,
And less nickable
that
as well.
fogey range, like an F1 for the...
Well, people in the Daily Rundown office still don't believe there was a time where we didn't have mobiles. You were only allowed to call people after 6 o'clock.
They
'cause that's
don't-
when it was cheap.
They're that young.
And you used to get shouted at if you were on the phone longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They don't understand that. They've got the
No.
contracts and the headphones and the
And that you'd have to
apps.
go down the street
When I-
and maybe use a phone
When I
box.
was a kid, and we used to make phone calls from the children's home, you could sometimes hear another person on the
Party
line.
lines.
Yeah.
They were cheaper.
Oh, I
And
did.
you'd be like, oh, cross
I
line.
love those party lines.
And nowadays
though.
that's
Did you do
gone on.
those?
I'm talking about-
WhatsApp,
I'm talking about-
naked photos.
I'm talking about actual cross lines. So because
Yeah.
the system was so old, they'd merged 2 phone calls together. So you'd be like, is that you? No. And because we exchange and stuff like that. I miss
Oh,
those
I
And
wonder
now
how
you don't
many
get that.
people fell in love that way. Crossed line.
Thigh gap. And finally, in America, the State Department has apologised after igniting a social media controversy over a tweet designed to be a travel tip, but instead seemed to warn not so attractive people that they could be robbed. 10 in the US, then not a 10 overseas. Beware of being lured into buying expensive drinks, or worse, being robbed. Hashtag spring breaking badly. The State Department deleted the tweet and quickly said sorry. So Americans, you could be a 10 over here, but you go to France, you're a 4. They've got very good looking people in France.
It's wrong and so right, isn't it?
The Americans, they seem really insecure inside the nation. Oh my God, everybody's coming to get us. But if you do have a passport and you leave the country, you're not as good looking as you think you are.
Yeah. I think there's probably something in it.
Damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Yeah, it's a way of keeping them in the country. It's good.
You know, in context, social media makes it easy to retract a mistake.
Yeah, to delete.
Imagine they'd put that in a bloody tour guide, you know, and they'd be like, oh dear, we printed 2 million.
But on that then, Jacob, out of 10, what are you?
A 7 maybe.
Nina?
I'm a 2. No, I'm not. I'm a 7.
But the classic, you know what the classic one was?
I'm a 1. And on that, it's time to wrap up for the Daily Rundown for the night. Thanks to my guests this evening, Jakeb Braden, Nina Gilligan, and Josh from stop35k.org. I'm Dan Morfitt, and we'll return in April. Yes, April already, with the Daily Rundown on Monday. From everyone here, good night.